close to that, mother.
Yeah. I'm in it.
That's a good team there.
I'm in it.
That's a good team there.
I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. There's a guy named Starbuck.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that.
Nope, but we're recording, so I'm just watching the levels.
Yeah, no. You can respond like you know what's going on.
Look at this cuck over here.
Everyone's a cuckold to you? That's why wrestling is amazing now. They brought cuckolds to.
But
that was the top
already.
story. That was their.
That's so funny.
The opening segment for Monday Night Raw was cuckold, and I laughed my ass off. But wrestling's fun again, legit.
It's so funny that it's like this phenomenon of like.
They love that's their go-to though.
Did you get the thing I sent you? Did you read it? The one from the Batman thing.
Oh, I laughed so hard.
Did you laugh?
Okay, I laughed so hard at it.
Oh, you read it.
Baby.
You read it.
Yeah, it was like baby. I meant babe, not baby.
No, not that one. Not that one. No, days ago with Clayface. He's like, "You're turning me into a cuckold." Did you read that one?
Yeah, okay, just a panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Batman one. I knew you liked the Batman meme because Alfred. I was like, Alfred's your boy. I was like, he'll like this.
And now I gotta watch Pennyworth because I was like, Pennyworth is good, and I was like,
I was like not interested at all until you showed me the trailer. I was like,
this
it looks kind of, it looks alright.
Yeah,
it's a good replacement for Agent Carter.
And that's kind of my idea of who he is and like my version of Batman. Are we recording?
Yeah, been a minute and a half now.
All right, maybe we should stop talking about DC.
Yeah, probably.
But I do have a nice Batman. Well, I told you a bit of my Batman pitch.
Yeah, you did. It's great.
But Alfred's a cleaner. So that's how, like, all Batman shit gets fucking swept up. Because Alfred comes in and he takes care of all the messes. Like, both at home and on the front lines. So, like, he has a backstory.
Why are you telling me your pitch again?
For our Shadowland episode? Sure. If you didn't know, guys. Oh, it's me!
Yeah, I'm waiting.
It's been that long, man. Fuck. Back at it again. Was it like 10-minute intro? Back at it again, like blah 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 blah. Back at it again, like we never left. Coke and Dank, Dank and Coke, talking Alfred. It's the Lethal Weapons.
Yeah, that was about 2 minutes on the dot, like before I could turn my phone off.
Danked it up.
Yeah, before you danked it up. Hey, Dank.
Hey, Coke.
What do you call a man with a rubber toe? Roberto.
That's good. But I had to think about it. And I go straight to Alamar. Yeah, you did. You didn't let it breathe.
Oh, I should have waited longer?
Yeah.
Roberto.
Alamar?
You know he's the king.
Hey, man. We're a dynasty because of that motherfucker.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about, except for... do you think Daredevil sees rubber?
That's your... Are we talking Affleck? You talking Affleck Daredevil?
He played a very convincing blind person.
I liked his frosted tips. I think he looks good as a redhead.
We gotta bottle cap that.
That and Electra. We're definitely doing
we gotta bottle cap those.
I got you Electra specifically
2003.
Because I thought at that time that was the worst comic book movie, and that was before I saw Venom.
You hate that. It's not good, but you hate it to
feverish extent. Degree. Because it wasted my time. We're going to talk about everything except for what we came here to talk about.
Yeah. What did we come here to talk about?
I haven't seen you in a long time, buddy.
So, I know. It's been a while.
Clearly, I still hate Venom. Can't wait.
He's not in this story, though.
Can't wait for that sequel. Although, I thought Black Tarantula looked a little bit like Agent Venom.
There's a similarity. There's a similarity. Yeah, he's got where he's all suited up.
It's a straight-on shot.
Where he's all suited up.
You guys could get mistaken for cousins, possibly. Someone could say, you all look alike. Oh, y'all spiders look alike, right? You could say that. I don't know if I enjoy your laughing at subtle racism. Oh, y'all look alike.
You can't fucking laugh at anything at you.
No, you can't.
Subtle racism?
You can't, man.
Questionable.
And
there's a picture.
I had friends sending me some just shit that's fuck, this is gonna ruin my day, and it did. Just real life shit. I don't want to get into it because people are like, damn. But yeah, you can't laugh at anything. That's the world we live in. And you know what I definitely can't laugh at? This goddamn story arc.
So this is arc analysis. This is a
That's
segment.
a fucking segment.
Do I intro this? I should intro this, right?
You should. They need to know.
Segment where we break down a.
Kind of there, a little bit.
Not a segment. This is an episode where we break down. Yeah, I get it. I know. I see it. Any comic book arc of our choice, and this one.
This is the first one we were picking that we don't like.
Yeah, we didn't like. Yeah.
Typically, we pick ones that we enjoy, and
this one we don't like this one. It's before you.
Where do we go? Where do we begin? There's so much to enjoy about this, but the overall is like, how are you fucking up this?
It could have been good. It could have been. It's not. We're talking about Shadowland. I know. I'm sure we've mentioned it already in our rambling.
If you paid attention to anything coherent, I mean, if you paid attention to everything else we've said,
yeah,
we haven't said Shadowland.
So and then taking the note that we didn't read any of the. Well, I don't think you did anyway. I know I didn't read any of the subsidiary comics, like the tie-ins.
No.
I kind of touched on the Daredevil, the ongoing Daredevil that was on at the same time as this.
Okay.
But it was basically just filling in gaps for like secondary characters and things.
So
not
it was
much.
Connected?
It was connected,
connected,
but
okay.
It wasn't. Nothing major happened to any players.
So it's
it
not
was
like
more...
how there's like 11 Wolverine titles and none of them really touch.
Yeah, because if you look at, you saw the back, right, where it shows all the tie-ins. We don't got time for that. We're judging this on its own merit.
The last time I did tie-ins, and I hope we do it, because I enjoyed the arc except until the end, was Invasion.
Oh yeah, Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
But how many times were there? Was there?
Sorry, I take that back. That was the second one that I followed up with tie-ins, but the first one I really did was Civil War. Yeah. Civil War was amazing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the tie-ins made fucking perfect sense.
But then you get other events that don't need to. We'll look at that in episode ourselves.
Just tie-ins? Yeah.
Just events. We should do something like that. But this is
this should have been an event.
It was though. It was like a street level event.
It was Marvel Knight's event.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
But the wrong knight took the.
Anyways, what was it? Oh yeah, I got off track. We didn't read any of the tie-ins for this in particular, except for the couple ongoing Daredevils that I read.
Right.
But just set the stage in case anybody doesn't know. In this story, Matt Murdock is in charge of the Hand. He was
amazing idea.
Yeah, he was earned that. I was gonna say awarded that. He was earned that like in his ongoing. And
if you don't follow Daredevil, think if Raphael was in charge of the Foot Clan.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know if you follow Ninja Turtles, but that's an easy relation to what's going on.
It's from 2010, but yeah, he was. Yeah, the book's from 2010, but he's in charge of the Hand and been using them as like an Overwatch, like a law force in New York.
Right.
So they're on every corner. Like you look up and you see Hand Ninjas just watching.
Right?
Yeah, and it's kind of getting a little nuts.
Which is expected. Power corrupts.
Yeah, Bullseye blows up a building in the ongoing before this happened. This kind of triggers the event, right? And
that's how
and Murdoch erects.
Don't laugh at your own terrible joke.
Erects like a castle in the middle of New York, basically Hell's Kitchen, and that's his base of operations. It's a big Japanese temple castle, whatever.
I like temple.
Yeah, let's say temple. I like castle. It sounds intimidating.
I'm going to say dojo. Just to throw out another option there.
And this book is basically about how the other heroes kind of think.
Well, how everyone else in New York is affected by what's going on in Hell's Kitchen. Yeah. Again, amazing idea.
Great idea, especially with the first issue. Bullseye shows up. That's basically how it starts, right? Yeah. Bullseye shows up. He breaks out. Oh, he breaks out of a prison transport.
So the prison guards are idiots because the way he breaks out is just like, hey, look over there.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we'll let you out. It's like, what? Huh? It's the stupidest way for him to get out. But he gets out. Fine. Good. I don't care.
He gets out, lands in Hell's Kitchen, and goes right for the big, obvious castle, temple, dojo in the middle of New York. And he knows what it's all about, so he confronts Matt and the Hand. I almost called him the Foot.
you could. Because obviously the parallels. Essentially, he fakes a seizure or a heart attack, starts foaming at the mouth. And then they obviously have to open up this, because they have him in like this steel kind of trap.
Like Hannibal Lecter type thing.
He's all locked in. Like, don't fuck around with this dude. And they do the one thing you're not supposed to do, is fuck around with this dude. Let him out.
Sorry to cut you off. This is actually, in case anybody cares, right after Dark Avengers.
Okay, so he
just stopped being Hawkeye.
Which is awesome.
Okay, go ahead. Throw that in.
So they pull out the paddles to obviously revive him because they think he needs to resuscitate, and I don't even think they know how to use the paddles.
No, they don't.
You had to tell me about, like, it's not actually to start your heart.
Yeah,
it's to stop it.
It's to stop your for anybody who doesn't know, all those shows were like clear, like that's not how it works. Yeah, it stops your heart. So it's when your heart's going to like it's fibrillating. That's why it's called defibrillator. It'll actually stop your heart.
Defibrillate.
Because you can't use CPR when your heart's going buck wild. So
Duh.
it stops your heart, then you do CPR anyways.
Anyway, guards are idiots. Somehow he gets the paddles and stops their hearts and breaks out doing Hawkeye things, because obviously... Sorry, not Hawkeye things. Bullseye things. Because he's such a master...
Marksman.
There you go. Thank you for that word. But he's free. He jumps down in Shadowland. Which is great, because you get this overarching... And, okay, we haven't give a shout-out to the writer and
I
the
missed
artist.
that completely, yeah.
I don't really want to give a shout-out to the writer. I'll say his name. But I really want to talk about the artist, who... The penciler was Billy Tan.
Yeah.
And inkers, obviously, all the other stuff. But, like, this comic...
Say the writer. You skipped Andy Diggle. Andy Diggle's the writer.
Andy Diggle. Yeah, Diggle. Diggle. I'm looking for you. Because the artwork's amazing. And the panel
artwork's great.
The panel work is, like, sensational. Because you're getting snapshots of what's going on in New York, and New York is kind of folding into Hell's Kitchen. So, like, one of the first, like, double-page, open-wide panels is what they now calling Shadowland, which is taking over for Hell's Kitchen. But then you get a nice little snapshot of what Moon Knight was doing in his city, what Spider-Man... So, Moon Knight's in Inwood, Spider-Man's in Battery Park, Punisher's in the High Line, and then they have Kingpin in the Midtown. So already you get 4 major players that you didn't even think or didn't have a thought were going to be as involved in this kind of story arc. And you're already wet, right? Like, you get Kingpin, Punisher, Spider-Man, Moon Knight off, and you're 2 pages in. And your titular villain is already broke free to go play in Shadowland.
Yeah, things are moving fast, right? You're like, oh, okay,
and
this is
you're
going quick.
totally amped. If you love any of these characters, the fact that they're all intertwined and fucking around with each other is great.
Then there's the Snake Root guys. Right, there's that group of hoods called the Snake Root that are kind of talking all this mystic shit too.
You can get even more into villains, but then, like, you turn the page and then they go to Avengers Tower. So you get to talk to Thor, Luke Cage, Danny, who's Iron Fist, Iron Man, Captain America. Like, they're calling out all their big guns 3 pages in. As a reader, as someone that, like, enjoys Marvel, you're fucking amped, right?
Yeah,
like,
and this is I
guess
guess
shit's going down.
Yeah, and this is kind of their way to clear out the I don't want to call them the Trinity, but the Trinity, and it's a good way for the writing to, like, get them out of the way, because people will, if they didn't do this,
they'd be like, where's the Avengers?
Well, where's Iron Man?
The Avengers.
Where's Captain America?
Thor could have just fucking electrocute.
They're basically letting the street level Avengers deal with this,
which is Luke,
Danny, and Luke,
Danny,
namely.
For now. And then we go back to Daredevil, who finally finds his suit. I don't know where he pulled that from.
Got nice threads.
We didn't say this. When he was locked up, he was not locked up in his Bullseye onesie.
Oh, Bullseye. You said Daredevil. Yeah, Bullseye.
My mistake, yeah. I may do that. I may say the wrong names.
I usually know what you're talking about.
He was in prison garb, and suddenly he's on top of a roof in his full original Bullseye garb.
Bullseye getup. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like, oh, that was convenient.
But he's killing people, so I'm happy, right?
Yep.
Like,
he calls out Matt, and Matt's just like,
do you know who the fuck I am?
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
And
here?
the first panel of Murdoch is amazing too, because he's got
looks
the new
sick. Yeah,
the new suit. Sick. It's all black suit, the red D&D on his chest, and he's got a fucking click.
Yeah.
Of all just.
He's got the hand
ninjas,
all behind him,
like just ready to roll. Like, how are you not so amped already, right? And then I'm trying to think at what point it goes downhill, and it's probably here.
This
is where my expectations are at the highest. I'm so happy, and excited for what's going on.
Yeah, I did like this one part though when Luke and Danny show up, and they're like, Matt, what's going on? Like, the hand's chasing Bullseye around, and they're like, dude, you want some help? He's like, will you swear allegiance to the hand? And they're like,
no, that's
no.
Not,
probably he's like, then fuck off. It's like,
so it was great. You established
that made me laugh. I was like,
you established where Murdoch's mind is. And
he's switched off, right? Murdoch's in another place, right?
He's in his own. But like Danny and Luke see, like, okay, like there's a way to handle this, and there's our way to handle it, which should be like the hero way, and then there seems to be your way of handling it, which is.
So you don't like this part where he kills Bullseye?
No, I spoke too soon. I love all this shit, right? So
because this issue is probably the best issue of the book, I think.
The first issue, yes. Yeah. Before like shit turns super weird. He finally kills his greatest foe, and he does it. He like
hardcore too, like no hesitation, just pow.
So this is what I love about the first issue. He redefines what it is to be a hero because he decides he doesn't want to be a hero. He wants to cleanse the city of everything
This
he
is dirty
deems
work.
wrong.
Somebody's got to do it.
And he's already proven himself not like he's already on anti-hero level. We can't establish if he's a villain yet, but if you're killing Bullseye, clearly you're not the same hero that you once were. Who would, like in hero fashion, you beat him up, you take him to jail, you wait for him to break out again, and you repeat, right? This one's like, nah, fuck it. Face my cronies, and then when you're tired, then I'm gonna come kill you.
Yeah.
So
He act like a villain. He just so the whole-
and that's cool, right?
Yeah.
That's a different dynamic from Murdoch. You've never seen that from Murdoch. He's always been the like tortured angel. Always had everything on his shoulders. Had to like suffer to find a way to win.
So this was cool. It was cool because it was like, wow, this guy's really far gone, right? So I was like, this is interesting. I really want to see what happens next. This is like he just stabs Bullseye right through the
And again,
middle,
great
right?
panel work too, because they have amazing panels of like Bullseye just ducking as many ninjas as possible in the hands while they're still like stabbing him, and then Daredevil steps in. Like there's action wall to wall to wall to wall to wall.
No
in every
complaint.
frame.
Like you said, no complaints about the art in this whatsoever.
It's gorgeous.
The art's sweet. Yeah,
It's gorgeous. And
Lighting's
then
sick.
you got like his face
Yeah.
as he's killing
yeah,
him.
yeah.
And then cinematic, or what's the word? Parallel to how Bullseye killed Elektra in the same
Yeah,
manner.
man.
He's
Yeah.
got the side straight through, I guess, the heart, and they're in the same position that Bullseye was when he killed Elektra. So, like, that's amazing parallel that you already have in the first book of this story arc, right? And you like he's eradicating his like longtime narcissist, probably his greatest rival.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we'll
In the
get there.
first issue.
Yeah, yeah, right. In the first like 5 pages, like that's not even the climax of this first issue. I take that back.
It is.
Issue number 2.
I was like, what are you talking about? Yes, it is. Yeah, it opens with Mark Spector getting the attention of the Hand by causing a ruckus, right? I thought that was awesome. Where he just starts fucking around with his cabs and he set it on fire.
Yeah.
And then the ninjas show up and he's beating it with a bat and he's like, yep, all right, take me away.
Time to go.
I'm like, what the fuck's he doing?
I laugh at this drug mule scene where he has to swallow this blue.
Yeah.
And anyone else's hands on the internet, this could completely turn phallic. So maybe we'll.
I'm surprised that hasn't been, that frame right there hasn't been turned into
I mean, maybe we'll just give it to our fans. And
Rule 34.
you guys can do what you want with it. But you cut to what's going on with Danny and Luke, which is they're
Working at the soup kitchen.
taking care of their day-to-day life, right? They're humanitarians. They really believe in the city that they live in, and always trying to give back. I mean, standard hero level attitudes and principles,
Until Kingpin walks in.
which is amazing. Because
He's
I don't know
like-
when the last time these guys have met.
Yeah, and he's just like, all right, boys, let's call a truce right now. Like your buddies switched off.
Well, first his cronies go after Luke Cage. And
Of course they have to.
They try to stab him with a knife, and it's just like click, and it breaks. And,
You think they'd learn by now? Like he's not a new kid on the block. Like,
but everyone
Luke
has to
Cage-
Everyone thinks their gun and their knife
Right,
is the
okay.
one that can get him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't go for more like sensitive like arteries. I'd be going for eyes
Eyeball.
and tongues, maybe ear canal, nostrils.
Chloroform probably still works.
I wonder if you get hit in the nads if it still hurt. It should hurt.
Yep.
Right? Like you may
I
have
don't
bulletproof
know, bro.
nads.
I don't know. Still
You may have
not-
bulletproof nads, but if you get kicked in them,
That's interesting. I don't know.
these are questions we will answer on later episodes.
I'm here thinking like, would he actually flinch if he got sacked?
But I love this fucking book for the artwork because the close-ups on Luke's face and it's just like, what's wrong with these guys? Like you feel you don't have to read what they're saying. You feel all the emotion
you get
in
it
the
all,
face,
yeah.
all the strain and everything.
It's probably better if you don't read it because it's not very well written. But
That's it. We'll get there.
just
Yeah, this is my favorite
just
panel.
throwing
Just
daggers. Yeah, this was the panel where Daredevil's squinting.
They go back into.
You were saying before we started recording. Why is he even squinting?
Yeah,
He's blind.
He's blind. Yeah, there's no need to squint. You should be wide-eyed for everything.
City on fire.
And he's talking to Tarantula, who's kind of decided to join the hand with him.
Yeah, so Tarantula and White Tiger are already with him.
And that was probably
Right. That was established. Yeah.
in a.
In the ongoing before this, leading up to it.
Nobody really cares about those characters.
No,
anyway,
we
and they
don't give a shit.
don't really do a lot of noteworthy things in this. There's
Black
maybe towards
Stripes
the end.
especially does nothing.
He looks
White
like
Tiger
he looks like Agent Venom.
Kind of does, but
Other
he
than
doesn't
that.
do anything.
And then for some reason, Kingpin's
He uses the
A
black
sensei?
scroll. Yeah, he's in that
he's in like a
Japanese
robe,
garb. Yeah.
I want to say kimono, but I'm probably wrong.
That's why I just said garb because I don't, I don't want to.
He's got the sandals. You know the
He does have
sandals.
the ninja sandals, yeah.
Which proves, if anything, you look like a ninja
That he's
turtle.
cosplaying.
Well, then he looks like a ninja turtle. We got the ninja turtle feet.
Yeah, the ninja feet. Yeah, him and by the way, Lady Bullseye is like his sidekick through this whole book. She doesn't do anything, but she's there.
terrible.
Yeah, she's just there. He uses the black scroll to summon some.
It's so many racist jokes there. So many. I will say none.
The black scroll.
Well, I thought you were going to say Barack. The black skull. I have a black skull.
To summon this entity that is fucking Ghost Rider. They don't say.
So
it
already
yet,
they're
but-
off the wheels, right?
Yeah.
You started off with.
I go, what?
We're in issue 2, and you already went from Daredevil, essentially deciding like I'm just gonna take the law into my own hands and potentially be evil, kill my greatest rival, to Kingpin, who's a fucking genius, mastermind, billionaire, philanthropist, yada yada yada. Not Tony Stark, but
Yeah.
pretty close to be like, I'm gonna do magic now, and
Yeah.
dress up like Mandarin.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck you. What?
It's weird. And then he summons Ghost Rider. I was like, okay, way to ham fist Ghost Rider into the story.
And Ghost Rider's introduced so early that it's annoying because
Yeah.
his side missions stupid.
First of all, he'd clean everybody there. Like I don't. It's not. I don't.
There was no attention paid to like a slow incline.
No.
It was just like let's give them all everything because the next panel has Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Colleen Wing, Shang-Chi, and Misty Knight.
Yeah.
And anyone that like just enjoys these group of characters, you're happy.
That's sick. See, that should be the collection right there. That's it. And then the Moon Knight side story.
and then maybe Spider-Man,
Maybe he works. but
maybe
he
Moon
doesn't-
Knight,
No, like
maybe
Moon Knight, yeah.
Punisher.
Punisher was a weird addition to me.
Not
I
really.
I didn't think he should be there. Like these guys are enforcing the law the way he wants to do it.
Right.
So he doesn't have a problem with this. Why
And
is
they
he-
understand the hand and
Daredevil just killed Bullseye? Why is Punisher's probably like, yo man, I'm with you.
their wheelhouse is
know?
all the same. They're all fighting styles. They all like martial arts. This is your core group, and then you have
This
Luke
is the
Cage.
this should
This
these
should be it.
These 5 here should have had way more.
That's your Power Rangers right there.
Yeah,
Black Ranger, Black Ranger,
they don't know where you're pointing.
Black Ranger, Green Ranger. You guys could sort it out when you get home. It's 4 Black Rangers and 1 Green Ranger. Maybe White Ranger.
No, she'd be pink, wouldn't she?
No, I don't. No pinks. No pinks in my Power Ranger team.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
4
Okay.
blacks.
That's racist.
Oh yeah, that's racist. That's racist.
Yeah, so then that leads to Ghost Rider attacking the jail.
Well, no, not even there. So like Misty Knight, Colleen,
Yeah.
Danny, Iron Fist are
Yeah,
all
whatever them, yeah.
Shang-Chi. Like we talked about, they're confronting him. They want to know, hey man, what the fuck's going on? You can't be doing what you're doing. And it's basically like each individual panel is like Daredevil getting in their face and be like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, he's
I'll
a prick
do
in
it.
this.
I'll do whatever the fuck I want. It's good. Like
He's a prick.
it's a new dimension, right? Like,
Yeah.
you've never seen this from
And
Daredevil.
he almost starts to, like, you can see there's an internal battle going on with him. He's kind of like, well, maybe, because they stump him with a couple things. And
Yeah, and he's like, no. He's steadfast on
Yeah.
what he believes. I don't know if, like, there's supposed to be some internal turmoil, but you don't really get it. You just feel like he's got this group behind him. He's got his fucking dojo. He's got the tarantula. Who's going to stop me, right? It's basically like, who's going to make a move? And then Spider-Man shows up.
Spider-Man shows up in the window. Yeah, it's kind of
Huh?
weird.
What?
Didn't want him there, but he works.
He's there,
Whatever.
sure. He's a Marvel Knight, so
Yeah,
I
it works.
appreciate
That's
it.
what I mean. I don't.
But then, so this is where I finally jump off. I'm like, okay, this is just weird because they go to Shadowland Dungeon, and this is where
That's
Ghost
where
Rider's B story like kicks in.
Yeah, this is where the Mark Spector is. He's in the prison with a couple other cops, and he pukes up the
Key?
the
Lockpick,
lockpick.
yeah, okay.
I almost said pick lock. The
Which
lockpick,
works.
and he breaks out of the jail cell. As he's breaking out and walking along, that's when Ghost Rider shows up in the jail
And just,
and just like
to do Ghost
wrecks
Rider things,
shit.
yeah, destroy everything,
And handcuff-
shoot
yeah.
fire.
Hand-
He looks great.
Yeah, he looks cool.
Amazing panels.
Everything we're saying looks good. It just doesn't makes perfect sense together.
No, this would be a great story arc to take to the internet and wipe all the thought bubbles and then put in your own dialogue. Because I think anybody could make. Well, I don't want to say that. I was just really throwing it on Diggle.
Yeah. I knew you were going.
Fucking Diggle.
Yeah, he shows up and causes a ruckus, and Daredevil's going. He hears it up in the main level of the castle. He's like, "You guys are trying to trick me. You're just a distraction." So he loses his shit, and then they start fighting. Right, him with Black Tarantula and White Tiger against the 5 Power Rangers and Spider-Man.
And an amazing panel.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. And it's fucking Daredevil.
That's our cover for this one.
Yeah, the last... Is it? It's amazing. Yeah. So he's screaming out, dead or alive. Like,
No, I covered I put the Arkanas's logo over there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing thing to scream out to, like, these are people that you've worked alongside with
it's great.
For how many fucking years?
That alone's that's like sick.
That's worth the price of admission. And they put Baby Girl in the foreground. Yeah?
Misty with them titties out.
But then thanks.
And then that's the end of the issue. It goes to number 3, and they pick up right where it leaves off.
But it has an interesting cover because none of other than
yeah.
I mean, really,
the cover is Moon Knight.
So
Punisher,
if I just picked up this comic book, I would have no idea this is a Daredevil fucking comic book.
No. So
it looks great, and I thought this would be an amazing team.
They're trying to sell. Yeah, that would be a cool team. But alas,
Punisher wouldn't play on that. He'd fuck it up for everybody.
Ghost Rider looses everybody out from the jail cells, and Punisher shows up.
So way to cough up that lockpick. Good storytelling.
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Retarded. Like, why? Why is he...
What's the point of that?
It's like, okay, he gets out, and then, Ghost Rider shows up anyways.
If you're already going to have Ghost Rider do all this shit, just have fucking Mark be like, hey, man.
Yeah.
If only someone could help us. Like, you must just fucking lead us into that.
Oh, they're showing that he's prepared.
I wish they gave us more panels of him like trying to throw it up, like this is super hard for him, and like
like a whole nine panel thing.
Give me 6 pages of him just copying like this hurts, like this hurts. Do you think this is easy?
Like a cat spitting out a hairball.
And then Ghost Rider just comes in fire. But I don't care.
Fire.
I don't care.
So why, like we asked this earlier, why the fuck does the Punisher care? He shows up during this fight when they're about to lose, and he blows a hole in the wall and helps them get out. But why does he care about this?
I think because he saw people were fighting, and he's just like,
what's going on? Yeah,
he's such a bloodlust.
Because my assumption would be like he's down with what Matt's doing. Like this works. I don't know if he joined him, but
which would instantly been a better dynamic. If these 4, like if they made this a mini Civil War, and they decided that these 4 on the start wanted to join Murdoch's team. I guess that's an interactive comic. If you decide that like Spider-Man, Punisher, Moon Knight, and Ghost Rider are like, hey, wait a minute, we like what Daredevil's saying. Like maybe we need to actually eradicate or whatever for you wanted.
But that would make sense for him. For Frank, he'd be like, bro, you're doing. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, I like what you're doing. Like finally, you're getting rid of fucking.
Yeah.
His motivation makes the most sense to kill villains.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't want to waste time and bullets on these.
That's why I'm like, why is he fighting? He'd be going. He wouldn't be killing the other heroes, but he'd be going. You know what? Like I'm down with.
He'd shoot somebody.
He might. Yeah, he likes.
I mean, he'd have funny panels where he's just like this, like gun straight to Luke Cage's head, and like, I could, like, do it. I could, do it, and that's all I really want to see.
Just taunting him.
And then another amazing panel, like fucking Luke Cage getting a knee to the face.
Yeah.
Like, punches. Like, look, come on.
The fight's cool. The fight's fun. The fighting is actually fun.
But that's why it's so painful because I'm a Daredevil fan. And I'm a Marvel Knight fan. So all these characters,
you're a huge Marvel Knight guy.
I love all these characters for all different reasons.
They're all good.
And then there's Shang-Chi, who, but like each and you finally have I had a stroke.
Wow, what just happened there?
I had a stroke.
I gotta leave that in.
I'm a clone. I had a clone moment.
This is like shut down.
Yeah, I had to reboot.
For a second.
You finally have a panel where you have all these ninjas, and it's just pandemonium, and then you have all your fucking favorite heroes just going ass out, knocking heads off. It's fucking amazing.
It's fun to watch to look at the art here, right?
Yeah, this is definitely a page turner book, but that's only because you don't want to read anything other than sound effects like whack. You even put in whack in there. Come on.
The one thing is though, I guess I understand why Daredevil's scrapping, but Iron Fist would eat Daredevil in a one-on-one fight. I think, right?
Inevitably that happens, but that's amazing.
They explain why Daredevil is kicking ass the way he is because he's wiping the floor with all of them.
Well, just to have Shang-Chi versus Daredevil versus Iron Fist, like I would have loved it if each one of them were just all like
a one versus one.
Yes, we're all like, okay, let's actually see who the greatest martial artist is, and just give me like 2 pages of that, just so everyone kind of can feel out like where the ranking system is. But they don't even give me that.
No,
they give me one panel where it's like amazing, and then they're like, Spider-Man comes in.
Yeah,
I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
He comes in to save the day.
But this is the first kind of panel where you get a sense that something's not right with Daredevil because he gets flames through his eyes.
His eyes are all lit up and his horns are becoming bigger on his costume, right?
And you're like, wait a minute.
What's going on? And his limbs are starting to get, I don't know if you noticed that they were getting really long.
Yeah. It's like, what are you guys doing
here?
Yeah,
turns out he's possessed.
I mean, there was no ooze, so he didn't turn Super Shredder, which would be amazing. If there was just a green vat and he's just like drinking, it's like, yes.
But I mean, they've been foreshadowing since the beginning because he's been having these inner conversations with himself. He's like, no, I can't do that. Well, yes, I can. So you kind of get what's happening, but they really went overboard with
I would have preferred that he was bipolar or like suffering from mental.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some sort of mental.
Just stress broke him, and he kind of needs to. Yeah.
Something in the last comic arc where like saw a little girl die and he just kind of like he's broken now.
Bullseye blowing up the building. That
would have broken him. He should have broke a man. Should have broke any normal man.
They keep saying that he killed 107 people. That's
heavy.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking casualties.
And then like throw Foggy in there and like really like.
Yeah, that's true.
Really like burns deep for Murdoch, but this is like I got possessed.
I got possessed. Such a cop.
Don't call it Shadowland. Call it the Exorcism of Daredevil, and then have everyone in priest garb and just saying the power of Christ compels you.
Yeah. Also, Typhoid Mary shows up and joins. She just randomly shows up and was like, "Yeah, I'm with you." So she joins Daredevil.
Cool. He needs numbers at this point, but he kind of doesn't either. Like He doesn't. So here's the weird thing.
He wants more and more. He wants to expand and.
Yes, but he's already possessed and he's stronger already, so he doesn't even need the numbers that he's getting.
And yet.
So the motivation for why you're putting people on teams is weird. When you could have just fudged the numbers and been like, okay, Luke Cage empathizes with what you're doing, so Luke Cage is going to join you, Daredevil.
Yeah.
And Typhoid Mary's like, I don't like the way he's doing it, so he's going to join you. Iron Fist, right? Like you can really just kind of fuck around with everyone's mindset.
Like a Civil War, you were saying earlier, right?
I thought that you'd got so much more character depth with each individual character and why they decide that this is the line that they're going to take and this is the side they're going to take. And especially with Punisher, who shows up in the next panel, he's definitely on the wrong side for this specific fight. He should have been fighting alongside Daredevil.
Yeah, he gets.
I mean, until he turns into
the beast. Yeah, he gets. His possession ends up mutating him into some sort of like.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
we're still in issue 3, right?
So issue, and this is also where the Kingpin side story. He reveals his whole plan to Lady Bullseye, and basically he summoned Ghost Rider to go in there, make a mess, and then he'd pick up the scraps.
Did we already say that Kingpin should have just dropped a bomb on his
I was
dojo?
like, that's. You just get it. Why don't you just let them fight each other? You don't need Ghost Riders.
So it would have been an amazing reveal if Kingpin had called Punisher and been like, "You need to go to this place," and he just keeps sending heroes here. You need to go here. You need to go here, and he's like, "Hey man, I set up bombs all around here, so let's fucking end these New York heroes." No,
let's summon Ghost Rider. I don't.
And Lady Mambazo, what's her name?
Lady Bullseye. Lady Lambazo.
Mambazo.
I like that.
And so, more talking with... I'm already fucking fed up with...
I don't even want to talk about it anymore. We have to finish it, but...
Because they keep going back to his dojo, and then they keep going back to, like, his kind of... his grand arc. And, like, he's got this whole throne and everything that he sits on, and where he kind of...
he's very...
tells everyone his plan and how he's methodical. Like, he's really set into being a villain, and I appreciate that. But you just had this fucking kick-ass fight with all these characters, and I don't know how they all cleared out, other than... Punisher saying, "Let's get out of here."
Yeah, they just bailed, and then Moon Knight
which is fucked up. Because if I'm an even villain and I have control of all of these foot soldiers, the Hand, and you guys run out of my building, go fucking kill them. Like I'm not letting the fight just end there so I can sit on my throne and be like, "Let's talk about how we're gonna kill them in the future." Yeah. You have these guys on the run. Fucking end it if you're gonna end it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He doesn't.
No motivations make sense.
But
anyway.
Moon Knight in costume is hanging out when Typhoid Mary's there, and they
another question of where did you get your costume?
Where did you get the costume? Yeah, and Daredevil's big plan is to revive Bullseye. he's like, I'm gonna expand and let's revive Bullseye. So they're gonna go revive Bullseye,
which isn't a left field idea because he did that with Tarantula in a previous arc. But
also to note, actually, I said the ongoing that tagged along with this, nothing happened. White Tiger kills Black Tarantula in that.
Only to revive him.
No, this is like.
Oh, okay.
Like that's why he stopped showing up.
What? Oh, that hurts my head more than anything. It's hilarious. But what?
She stabs him because he starts having second thoughts about this whole conquest.
So,
I guess you want to call it.
So I'm already a fairly powerful superhero.
Yeah.
Who has a very strong power set. Who's now possessed by a demon or beast, whatever. Yeah. Who has an even stronger power set. Not to mention I have infinite number of just soldiers that I can go have fight people. For you. I'm gonna go revive the dude I just killed.
Yeah.
To help me?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
Where's the motivation in that? I just ended this dude. Like, unless you're just like, I want to revive him so I can butt fuck him.
Yeah.
Or kill him again.
Yeah, I'm not into necrophilia.
I want him alive when I fuck him, right? Bring him back, and we'll take him out. Like why the people you pick doesn't make any sense.
No, it's dumb.
And the fact that you're picking people doesn't make sense either. Just keep going getting ninjas.
Yeah.
Like you should be like sweeping the streets of New York, just getting kids. Because imagine you have all
the Foot Clan.
Exactly. And then
join up. We got arcades.
And then you can have Luke Cage punching kids. There's a whole I can't wait a minute.
Moral dilemma, yeah.
Oh, right. Spider-Man can be punching kids especially if they're 6-year-olds or 8-year-olds just running around with wait a minute. Just keep fucking with their heads, man.
It'd be amazing if he just goes, go, play, have fun.
Or someone does a ninja banish up in here. God damn. Anyway, cut to the team of heroes needs to have a powwow.
Oh yeah, Master Izo shows up.
Because we need another fucking they just keep every page they introduce someone new. And this would be great if the story made sense to keep introducing them, but I don't care about the people you've already have introduced, so the fact you keep bringing in new characters is just annoying now. And this Punisher's looking through his scope and I'll shoot him. Fuck off. Why didn't you shoot him when you had the chance to shoot him? Yeah, you
had the chance to shoot him when you blew the fucking wall up.
None of them sound like competent heroes. These guys, all of them sound like day one motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This is the first day on the job. It's hey man, why don't we just show up and talk to him? Okay. What if we just fight him? Okay. We should leave.
Yeah, and
what?
It's Danny who's you know what? That's not Matt. His fighting style. That was kind of cool. How, his fighting style is so different. I like that little blurb.
There's small, the tiny bit of psychology, but they don't really get to unpack it.
No.
And half of these guys are Avengers too.
Yeah. But so they figure out he's possessed. Elektra shows up to join Daredevil as well. By the way, just in case Typhoid Mary and.
Well, Black Tarantula's gone.
Yeah, Black Tarantula's gone.
White Tiger's killing still. She'll be back.
She hasn't been around either.
But she'll be back.
Yeah.
She went to go kill. But she'll be back.
Yes, and then that wraps the issue, right? They have not Daredevil. They have Bullseye ready to be revived.
Here's what really pisses me off. So, and I'm already fairly pissed. Again, I'm a super villain, evil, superpower set, all this control and power because clearly I run Hell's Kitchen, Shadowland. I've exhumed the body of my greatest rival. Yeah. He's a dead corpse. I don't have a ninja pick up and carry the body for me. I carry the fucking body.
Yeah, he just lugs him.
Once you become a supervillain, you don't do any of the fucking
you don't do the
stupid hero shit anymore. No. You get someone to I would get all those ninjas to just drag the body. Yeah. And I'm not firemen carrying him to wherever I'm going. I'm dragging his dumb dead ass.
It would make him look more intimidating too, more cryptic if he's just dragging him. He's
again, it would show how
gone
much
he is.
How dropped in, or I can't fucking speak today. Fallen into
how far gone?
Despair, and descent and all that stuff. He still looks like a hero in this panel.
Yeah, he does, except for the little picture of the demon in the corner.
That's amazing. If that is not getting you all excited for the next issue,
which is the last.
I don't know what. No.
No, it's not. Sorry,
it's number 4.
Sorry, it's 5 issues. I thought it was 4.
So if that didn't get you excited, it's the. I wanted to be over so quick. It's the cover art. This wasn't actually the cover, was it?
No, that looks terrible.
This looks like a variant cover.
Yeah, it looks like he's about to surprise bumfuck him.
It looks like he got the surprise already. Like he woke him up. Was like, yes, no.
That's not what I want.
Some Bieber scream there.
This
So,
was
we're
this
in
was
issue
interesting. Yeah, it was the first panel. This is where the heroes have suddenly swapped now. By the way, Misty and Colleen are gone, but Wolverine's there.
Why?
I was like, what just happened?
Explain.
I don't know.
There was a trade that nobody was aware of. Like,
It was an off-season trade.
all the rights went to.
Turns out Elektra is with the heroes all along.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
Because you need to get into his mind? You didn't know he was possessed? You didn't know he was evil?
She lets him in.
You didn't know what his overall plan was?
I don't know. I just don't know.
His book was fraudulent.
So she lets them in the back
I want my
door.
$3 back because I paid this on clearance.
Yeah.
And I now know why. I got it so goddamn cheap. I mean, the artwork's amazing. Elektra's page, gorgeous.
Yeah, well, it's great. No, the fight's awesome. Again, it looks really good.
Again, and she's in. It's her fighting the hand, and they're both in the same sort of reds. But in the background, it's all like green. It's like Secret of the Ooze and like Stark Stones and stuff. So everything pops, and just her motions and her the action movement, amazing.
Jumping and whipping around. Through,
right? That's what I want from Elektra. I just want her to be
Elektra's awesome.
fucking just engaging and fucking shit up.
There's a really good book we can do that later. There's a really good solo book she had.
And then there's this panel where it looks like she's rubbing this guy's cock.
I didn't know. I think because I was skipping so fast.
She's reaching
like
for balls
one
and
falling,
and
it's just like I don't know.
She gives the little dingle dingle, and then you get another of these great panels where, like in any other comic book, I'd be so excited to see these guys.
But Wolverine's suddenly there.
So you get a nice panel shot of our heroes.
The astonishing X-Men version too. You can tell by the costume. But anyway,
amazing. But
still
doesn't make sense. In this, you get a nice panel of your heroes, and that are now gonna kind of finish the job. Luke
where's
Cage,
Colleen?
Iron
Where's
Fist,
Misty?
Spider-Man, Punisher, Master Izu, Shang-Chi, and Wolverine, all talking to Elektra after she just finished fondling some hands.
Yeah, some hands.
Oh, there's a sigh there, but you know.
She throws it.
Well, I mean, if you just remove that, what does it really look like? I know you're up to Billy Tan.
And the city's full of rioting at this point, by the way, because the assumption here is that they felt so contained and claustrophobic that they all lost their minds.
What?
I don't.
What?
Yeah. But then they kind of go on to describe that the beast that's possessing Daredevil has like a root system, a mystical root system that makes everybody crazy around. I don't know.
Where are the dragon bones hidden? Where are the dragon bones hidden? Where are they? Where is she? Anyway,
this is actually kind of cool where they were talking about how to get into the throne room, the group of heroes, and then they execute it. I thought that was kind of cool.
The interpersonal stuff is kind of fun. Even when they're talking about like, we have to lick our wounds, and like I love all that stuff because it's basically Avengers, X-Men, any type of team up stuff, and that's all fun. But you want it to be for a greater purpose than a demoned old
Daredevil?
friend.
Yeah.
Like the motivation for why these guys are assembled is not good enough.
Dumb. No, it's dumb. And I still miss Misty and Colleen. They should be there. The Daughters of the Dragon.
Well, I'm just assuming
should be there.
I'm just assuming White Tiger found them and killed them.
I guess so. Yeah, she killed Black Tarantula.
Maybe we'll review that.
We haven't
comic.
seen them in a while.
Yeah, maybe the Daughters of the Dragon went to go kill some tigers.
There's a tie-in called like Daughters of the something, and I think it's the Daughters of the Shadow or something dumb.
And then it goes all tripadelic. Like...
Yeah, they show it from his point of view, like his eye. When I say him, I mean Matt's. So he's seen all the different colors and stuff, different angles. But they assault the throne room. Fucking Wolverine gets some good.
So good lines and some good shots in.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like I'm not mad with the perspective of Matt Murdock and the way he sees it, but this is stuff you could have introduced earlier. Like, this first issue, if you just gave me his, like the first chance you get to see him, and this is how he's looking, and it's all skewed, that would give the reader a sense of like, wait, something's not right here, and this is how he's seeing shit. It looks like he's always on fucking acid.
Especially if it got and more trippy, like the further
and
the
like
book
maybe
went.
he sees everyone as fucking beasts too.
Yeah.
Like everyone else to him is a
Yeah.
demon. Like there's so many easy ways that you could get yourself out of these fucking corners you keep painting yourself into. But no, instead you give us this fucking. I'm going back to this page so you laugh again. You give us this.
Yeah, the picture of the
three-headed
beast.
fucking beast. Oh god damn it. So yeah, Wolverine finally gets his claws in.
Oh yeah, he jumps them and just like gets all like both fists just pow right into his chest. The thing that he always
the
want
X-Men
him to
3.
do,
He does the X-Men 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Jean
the
Grey,
lunge.
not even the lunge, where he just gets up closer and goes snick, like right in there. Like
I see what you mean.
the undercut one. He doesn't do the dive.
Yeah.
He does like, I'm so close, I love you.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, this hurts.
Yeah, but he just pushes him off.
But it doesn't hurt. and like, so you haven't, and then we're 4 issues in, and you haven't really established the power set or the rules of the Beast. So I don't know what he can take and what he can dish out. So like in my head, it's like he should die. No, he's still a man.
Like you'd think the body would, but I guess he's got some sort of healing.
I don't know.
Some sort of healing
I mean,
power.
the artwork is great. Have we talked about the artwork?
Yeah, the artwork's good. Yeah, it's really nice.
That's all I wanted to talk about.
It's really nice, yeah.
I'm over the story now. I'm not flipping pages. Like, Spider-Man just webs them. And
this was fun.
This was funny.
Yeah, that's right, because covers him with...
Come.
Yeah. This fight was fun. Like, reading this was fun. Or reading it, more like just...
Enjoying section of this. Yeah, it was
the
good.
panels were fun. And then he does that whole thing where they pin him and he shoots... He blows them all off with like some sort of unforeseen energy, and then he starts to mutate more. His limbs get super long.
And we're like, what?
Yada yada yada.
And then there's only one Beast, and this is the first time he's called himself Beast. And we're like,
it's the Beast.
And this would have been perfect time to actually introduce Beast and him be like,
fascinating. That would be good.
Actually, 2 Beasts. Like that would have been the better page instead of the Ghost Rider reveal. It's Hank. Yeah. It's like, there's 2 Beasts. Yeah. It's like, yes, Dark Beast versus Light Beast. Dark Beast versus Light Beast. Like,
so because
Wolverine doesn't travel alone.
No. Well,
yeah, he does.
He does.
I'm trying to save this book, and no.
I'm just trying to get it over with.
Issue 5.
Issue 5. Ghost Rider shows up finally. Yay!
Because he was in the dungeon for this entire time. He was last seen in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Freeing people from the dungeon.
Yeah.
And then
did
he ever talk to Kingpin about his grand scheme?
Maybe he would. No, he didn't. He's just summoned as the Spirit of Vengeance. So he shows up, gets one-noted by Daredevil. He just blows his head out.
Suddenly, J. Jonah Jameson is in this too, because we don't have enough side characters.
And Foggy's
in this.
here. So
Foggy shows up in the 5th fucking issue. The one side character that should have been issue 1.
So in the ongoing, it's basically about him and his cop friends trying to get in here. That's what the Daredevil ongoing is. So he's finally there. Whatever.
That, sir, is the correct response to that. Whatever. At this point, you're like, whatever. How do I get over this guy?
Oh, good. Book? More introductions. Yay.
More Beast transformations. So now it's just a fight between Ghost Rider and Beast Daredevil.
Yeah, he won't notice him. He just blows his head out. Remember?
Everybody else is gone.
Yeah.
You've literally assembled a team of like 9 to 10, and they just systematically just decide, all right, I'm done. This is where I tap out. You're not a fucking hero. Are you?
Should I tell you my biggest complaint now?
Well, who wins? Ghost Rider.
Foggy shows up and Daredevil's got he pins him to a wall, and then he's suddenly not pinned against the wall anymore. Oh yeah, Iron Fist. That's how they win.
Decides that he wants to finally.
Foggy distracts him, and then Iron Fist finally, he decides that he wants to hit him with his chi.
So before you get into what you, chi wins out, but
cures him of the possession.
I believe Danny was in the first issue. And part of the initial run team.
They didn't know he was possessed then, man.
You could have gave him a finger of the chi.
Yeah, something.
Right up the butt.
Bro, just fucking, even like
you
one
want
of those,
some
like a drunk slap, remember?
Yeah, give him a fish hook. Chi fish hook. You just go on one finger. Phone home, just straight to the fucking chakra. Come on, Danny. Really? You let your girls get killed? You let Elektra come back from the dead? I don't know what's going on with Bullseye. He's like...
So
you fuck.
So Danny heals him with
this is why I'm
punch.
I would wait this long to... Oh, wait.
Right.
It's in
I can do this.
This entire time. This entire time. And you're like, stop shooting me.
So he heals him with his punch, and then while they're talking about it afterwards, Daredevil slips away. He has like this inner... I guess Elektra somehow helps him mentally overcome the Beast. Nobody cares.
Because she's psychic now? The fuck? You don't have Psylocke here?
Meanwhile...
You don't want Jean Grey?
So he gets over. Let me see.
You fuck.
Yeah. So she
and this
gets
is actually like I enjoyed
This is really
this.
cool.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed this fucking part of the comic.
inside of his head, like the man versus self type thing in
And
his head.
he talks to
was
his
really
dad,
cool.
like his dad. He's trying to overcome those, and like his mom running out. Like
How
there's
the-
all this
how the-
internal conflict that we
how
don't
all-
get.
how all
and,
the-
and amazing,
you know?
and some of the best
Yeah.
artwork too, because
Yep.
it's all stark black against the red costumes of both
Daredevil.
original Daredevil and Elektra, and then you get like some kind of Sin City-esque because it fades into white.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
That's
beautiful,
the
beautiful.
possession leaving him,
Beautiful,
right?
beautiful, beautiful.
So he's laid out in the ground. The heroes are talking about, when everybody riding stops riding, but the heroes are kind of like, oh, this place is a mess. Daredevil slips away. Meanwhile, the whole time I'm thinking, where the fuck is Moon Knight?
Oh yeah!
That's my biggest. Where
did we leave off with him?
him spying on Daredevil and Typhoid Mary when they were talking about reviving Bullseye?
And
He's there in full costume spying, and he's just. You don't see him again ever. He's just like, you know what? It's almost like he's like listening to their plan. Like, you know what? I don't fucking want to do this.
You know what this means. You know exactly what this means.
Who the fuck is Moon Knight?
But you know exactly what this means. We got to read all the tie-ins.
I don't
Because that's where all these, like, literally half their
I'll read
characters
the
they
Moon Knight
introduced.
one. I'll read the Moon Knight one because I
I'll
want
read
to know where
the
he was.
Misty Knight, Colleen Wing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, those two.
I want to know what happened to these guys. Clearly, there's something else happening on. Like, I know where Kingpin goes because he has another plan apparently.
His story makes no goddamn sense.
His is the only story that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Anyway,
okay, fair enough.
this is over. I think.
Yeah, Matt goes to church and then it ends.
He's reborn.
And Fist takes over the hand. Yeah,
God.
whatever. Jumps all. Look at my note says right here. Jumps all over the place. It's shite.
Yeah.
Oh, and then T'Challa shows up randomly. Did you? I didn't even. I was like, is that Black Panther? What the fuck's he doing here? He's
Where?
like, he's there in 2 frames. He talks to Luke and Danny, unless it was in the ongoing. Maybe it was
Probably an ongoing. I don't think
He's
it's-
just there, and it's like, what? Does he even know Matt?
I still don't get how he's like not dead from getting stabbed.
Just
repeatedly.
wrecked. Yeah.
And like chi power and shit. But, comic books.
Yeah, the tie-ins were Daredevil 507 to 512. That's the ones. And the rioters, by the way, they were killing each other. Just so, they were.
I can't wait.
It's like they didn't know. I don't know.
I can't wait. Do we even get to talk about? I think. Like I would have loved this issue. It should have just been these two.
It looks cool.
The variant covers look amazing.
Not what we
We're
got.
looking at variant covers now.
The
And
variant covers look sweet,
They
man.
look all better than every story that's been told. Clearly, most of these by Billy Tan, which is good.
So, would you want to see this in any other medium? I gotta ask.
Can I say a trash pile?
Yeah.
I would love to look at this. Like if they animated this cartoon, I think it would look amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would want to. I would mute it.
Yeah.
I'd just laugh and then listen to our podcast.
Look
Look at this.
It's like a commentary.
Like, tell me
Yeah, it looks
you
beautiful,
wouldn't
yeah.
want to read that. And Moon Knight's still in it, so
And Billy Tan did that too.
yeah. I want more Billy Tan, so maybe
Yeah.
I'll track down that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I do not want more Diggle. I think I've had enough Diggle.
Crossovers are hard too.
This
just
wasn't even a crossover though.
It kind of was an event. Events. It's an event.
And you didn't even make it a proper event.
No.
Because you just decided I'm gonna pick and choose people, and then Elektra doesn't show up again. She's
I
gone.
like that Moon Knight's on the cover.
Elektra disappears. Like White
Tiger
Tiger
isn't
doesn't
there
show
for,
up.
like, 3 issues, yeah.
He's not even overarching anything.
No, he's the yeah.
This should have been a beast. Like
yeah.
fuck you, Diggle.
Yeah.
Like for real.
So what do you get? You gonna give it a boom or a bah?
You ruined my childhood, and I'm not even trying.
Are you gonna give it a boom or a ah?
Oh, this gets 8 bottle caps out of because I have to be
We don't
that
bottle
drunk.
cap it.
I want people to drink as much before reading this, so you can't read it. You can just be like, ooh, the pictures. This is a nah.
Yeah, no, it's
terrible.
it's a
I can't wait to. I don't know. I enjoy looking at it.
yeah.
I really,
Yeah, it's a good one to have like on a coffee table. Like if someone comes over, they can just kind of look through it. Oh,
But if you have it on a coffee table,
Don't read
but if you have it on a coffee table and you have any comic book fan,
what's the
they'll laugh at you like Shadowland.
They'll know.
Why would you put
What's
Shadowland
the
on
inside
there?
look like? Is it the same thing or is it just black? See, that looks cool. That's a better cover than the actual cover.
Yes, it is. I'm instantly not surprised I only had to pay $3 for it.
Yeah.
But it will remain part of my collection because
Actually, I have that too. I bought it like years ago.
yes.
Like years ago, I was like, this looks sick.
You should have known from
Boy, was I surprised.
the back panel, the back page should have
Yeah.
told you everything you need to know.
And it's hard because
and you don't even get that battle. That battle doesn't really.
no, it doesn't. No, he just blows his head out.
It's Ghost Rider versus Beast, Daredevil, and even saying Beast Daredevil just sounds. You can call him a demon. You have a Beast in fucking Marvel.
Yeah.
Maybe leave his name alone. We already have Dark Beast.
The Beast, though.
Dark Beast.
The Beast. Dark Beast exists.
Exactly. So
he's the other dimension.
You couldn't call him like Bethura.
Yeah.
Which is Exorcist.
There you go.
Or you can call him whatever they call
Chupacabra?
Or Conjuring, whatever that motherfucker's name is. Oh wait, no, Bethura is fucking. That's the one with Ethan Hawke. Bazuzu is Exorcist.
What's the one with the book? Babadook.
Oh, Babadook?
Yeah, there you go. Call him the Babadook.
It's not hard to make up a weird, funny name.
It's an overrated movie.
Could call him Dick Fuck.
Dick Tracy.
Dick Butt.
That's
what this one is.
Next episode, we talk about names that could have been used for.
We have to read the tie-ins now. I really want to know. Like I've never been. So
I'm only reading the Moon Knight one. That's all I care about.
You have to read all of them.
God damn it! We're gonna do a follow-up to this.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like, nah, don't read it. Like we read them, like, nah, don't do it. It's gonna be like one line of dialogue where like, nah, this wasn't worth it. And then you have to read this one. I wish I'd bookmarked this bad boy, but I don't want to destroy these beautiful pages. This
is issue 3.
Well, no, this is Bethura. This is your Babadook. That's what your demon looks like. Anyway, Shadowland.
That's brutal. I should get that as the cover of this episode.
That's amazing. It is. It tells you nothing.
Nothing.
And then did they even revive Bullseye?
No, he stayed dead.
Get the fuck out of here, Diddle.
He stayed dead.
And then you know what? Like we're not even gonna talk about because you know some comic books they give you like more insight about the author and his mindset. I read all of this with such disdain.
You fucking liar.
And the one thing I enjoyed was when they started talking about Billy Tan and his breakdown of how he updated the costume, and that was
the costume's wicked.
Amazing.
The costume's really cool. But
the writing. Well, if you haven't heard our podcast for Shadowland, you could rewind 30 minutes.
No, we're at 56.
We hate this motherfucker. We stretched. This is a 30-minute episode, and we stretched it. The end. Fuck you. It ends with a priest.
Yeah, he goes to church.
Fucking get. How are you alive? I need to know how this beast came. I need more. That's the weird thing, though. I really.
So mad. I don't want anything else. I need more.
I need the Inception. Because Daredevil Reborn is a good. Like I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
this
launches into that. Yeah. Because the ongoing after this actually ends with this.
My question is that how you make such a good title? Is you have to tank something first? Like, this is essentially a team deciding we're going for draft picks next season.
Yeah.
They're just like, we tanked it. And they threw as many fucking things as, like, we're tanking Punisher, we're tanking Moon Knight, like, just tank it all.
Yeah. We'll do another Daredevil one someday. That'll be good, hopefully.
I can't even say nobody cares.
We care.
Because clearly I care about this.
Yeah.
And this is a piece of shit.
Yeah, but nobody else cares.
Except for Billy Tan.
Nobody else cares.
I mean, do we still have that Czech Republic listener?
This segment's called Heroes from a Hat, where we take 2 heroes from this hat. Yes, that's so. Did it make sense? Or did
this is me pushing your coffee to the other side of the table. Clearly, you've had enough, sir. This segment is called Heroes from a Hat,
where we take 2 heroes from this hat.
Hero from a hat.
And pit them in a sport for this round 3 matchup.
We got sports.
It's a one-on-one sport. Today's sport is wrestling. So
NWO.
No, Olympic style wrestling.
Oh, Greco-Roman.
Yeah, there you go.
What do I have?
Kurt Angle.
That's not the song.
That's not a song at all.
That is a song. I'll give you that.
Wow.
Where are you going with that? He's a boxer.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Can I pull the name out of the hat? Or are you just keep doing your theme songs?
I got...
Not looking.
Captain Marvel.
I got Rogue. What are we doing? Wrestling? Over. I won.
So this sounds...
First of all,
you got no strength.
Ha. I have your strength. And my strength. Yeah.
What's the attire?
I was going to say, I came ready.
With gloves. So we are wearing gloves with no fingers showing, right? Full body suits?
I can not wear...
No skin showing?
No. First of all, you have to wear
masks.
So I can't talk. had 3 opportunities to say one thing.
So I got
Masks. I was like, all right, we gotta time masks now. That's clearly more important about Greco wrestling.
I'm trying.
We need masks. So did you bring your
mask?
mask?
That's all.
Are you? Is this in Olympic Village? Is it a public gym?
What's the attire?
So now we can talk attire?
What's the attire?
First of all, I'm ready because I came with a full suit of skin tight lycra, and I can just cut it to short shorts if I want to.
How would you do? Oh, for wrestling.
For wrestling purposes.
I would like you to show as little skin as possible. You. For Rogue. To show as little skin as possible.
Say
I
the
appreciate
name.
that.
I was thinking of me, and I'm in shorts, so that's not gonna happen.
You're not wearing short shorts. Yes. Unless you cut them.
Listen here, Pepper. You got a little too much pop in your pet.
So I'd like you to wear as much as fuck me. If Rogue can show as little skin as possible,
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Then I don't have to worry about touching her.
Well, you're gonna have to worry about touching her because it's Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah.
So you will have to grapple her at some point.
Yeah. So wear a full bodysuit.
But you can't because she's stronger than you, and I think she has more hand-to-hand combat training than you do.
No, Captain Marvel was stronger than Rogue.
No.
Yeah.
So
until
if
Rogue sucked her powers.
Right.
That bitch.
Well, you know.
How dare she? First of all.
She dared very easily. So that would mean I have my power and your power, so I'm that much better than you.
Is it? Wait, is this Rogue before she zapped Captain Marvel?
Even if you
Rogue?
Even if you want to do that, I'll touch you now as I pin you to the ground, suck your powers, and put you in a coma. So, which one do you want to be? You want to be pre-powers or post-powers? Because you're getting bodied.
I would say pre-powers because I want to like.
You want to
keep
go
a
into
distance.
a combo.
I keep a distance.
It's Greco-Roman wrestling. It's a fucking circle. If you leave it, you lose a mark.
No, I would like push you. I just kick you, kind of like just like.
It's Greco-Roman wrestling. Where's the kicking coming in?
Just like tap, like no, like Stewart from Mad TV, like no.
You had an opportunity to say sports entertainment wrestling, and then we could have had pantheons of. You could have brought a chair in and a kendo stick.
The paper said wrestling.
Oh, the paper said it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can't go against the paper.
You can't go against the paper.
So, back to your kicking, avoiding, and leaving the small
like,
circle
like stiff
plan.
arms. It was like stiff
That's
arms.
a loss,
like
loss.
Like back up your Ross. Like stiff arms.
So, she's Jamaican now? She spent time
that
in
really
Jamaica.
That really sound Jamaican?
No, but I've heard you attempt to sound Jamaican, and that's what that sounded like. So it sounds like Captain Marvel is living in Jamaica, Queens.
So okay, so you're not wearing gloves.
No.
Can you wear gloves, please?
I'll still fuck you up.
No, this is before. This is before the Captain Marvel powers.
I'll still fuck you up.
How? If you're wearing gloves.
Eventually, our heads will touch.
Damn it! Like cheek to cheek type
Yeah.
shit. Lady
and I'm just a good sports. I like to blow a cheek. I like to kiss you on your forehead as a sign of good luck. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I don't.
And then I get a nice little surge.
Serendipitous that these two would end up in a hand-to-hand combat in our hero draft.
Hero draft?
Hero draft. I was thinking hard.
Hero. Oh wait, that's twice I said something racist about. I apologize.
So it looks like.
Wait, why is this serendipitous? Explain yourself.
Because she drains her powers in
the TV
comics,
show.
right? In the TV
Does it happen in the comics?
Yeah.
Good question.
Sucks are dead.
I thought you were gonna say dick, but I don't know
No,
which Captain
Sucks
Marvel
are
you're talking about. You didn't specify which version of Captain Marvel this is.
It's not Marvel, it's Marvel.
It could be a dick, but then
it's Carol Danvers.
Someone would definitely get disqualified for whipping it out or performing fellatio on the Olympic stage.
It's out of hand.
It is, but I just wanted to give my gold medal because you lost.
Yeah, okay, Rogue wins. Fine. She's going on to the semifinals.
Are you saying that because I actually won, or you're afraid because this is turning to...
No, you won.
Softcore Baby Blue?
No, we can do softcore, baby. We can do Baby Blue softcore.
Okay, when you say where...
We can bring Shannon Tweed on this show.
Oh, well, first of all, we cannot. I don't think Shannon Tweed is walking into the studio thinking, I've made it. I finally made it.
This is the pinnacle of her.
And people can't see the current studio
because
it had a makeover. This is a renovation, and it looks like you shook the tree and every leaf fruit fell and was.
Does it look better or worse?
Was better as an option?
Looks bigger.
It looks lived in.
Okay.
But that's like a nice way of saying like trashy.
Rogue wins, okay?
Hey,
You happy now?
Oh, we're all happy. I got a gold medal.